It happens every single morning. You're deep in a beautiful, blissful dream where you're eating pizza with a celebrity on a tropical beach, when suddenly, a horrific, screeching noise violently rips you away from paradise. Your heart races, your muscles tense, and you slam the snooze button with the fiery rage of 1,000 suns, wondering why waking up feels like a literal physical assault. Well, it turns out your brain doesn't just hate mornings, it deeply, biologically loathes your alarm clock. There is a profound, ancient reason why forcing yourself awake feels so unnatural and painful. Today, we are unlocking the evolutionary secrets of sleep science to discover exactly why your brain treats your phone's alarm like a deadly predator, and how you can finally hack your morning routine. The caveman brain in a modern bedroom. To understand this daily morning battle, we have to look inside your skull and realize that your brain is essentially a piece of ancient, Stone Age hardware trying to run modern, 21st century software. For hundreds of thousands of years, our ancestors didn't have smartphones, digital clocks, or demanding 9-to-5 jobs. They went to sleep when the sun dipped below the horizon and woke up gradually as the morning light slowly filtered through the trees. Your brain evolved to rely entirely on these natural, environmental cues to transition between sleep and wakefulness. When you introduce a loud, sudden, artificial alarm into this equation, you are essentially short-circuiting a biological system that was perfected over millennia, causing massive confusion in your ancient neural pathways. The fight-or-flight morning panic. When your blaring alarm goes off in the pitch-black darkness, your subconscious brain doesn't think, "Oh, time for work." Instead, it reacts exactly how it would if a hungry saber-toothed tiger just burst into your cave. That sudden, jarring noise triggers your amygdala, the brain's emotional panic button, to instantly flood your system with stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. Your blood pressure spikes, your heart rate shoots through the roof, and your muscles instantly seize up in a full-blown fight-or-flight response. You aren't waking up peacefully, you are literally panicking your way into consciousness. Starting every single day with a massive shot of biological terror leaves you feeling incredibly exhausted, anxious, and irritable before you even take your first sip of coffee. The complex rhythm of sleep cycles. Your sleep isn't just one long, flat line of unconsciousness. It's a beautifully complex roller coaster ride made of 90-minute cycles. Each cycle moves you through light sleep, deep sleep, and REM sleep, which is the active state where you experience vivid dreams. During deep sleep, your brain is busy repairing tissue, flushing out cellular waste, and consolidating your memories, while your body temperature and blood pressure drop to their lowest levels. If you wake up naturally at the end of a full 90-minute cycle, when your sleep is at its absolute lightest, you feel instantly refreshed and alert. But if a robotic alarm rudely interrupts you during the middle of deep sleep, your brain gets violently jarred out of its biological maintenance mode. The dreaded fog of sleep inertia. When an alarm drags you kicking and screaming out of deep sleep, you suffer from a brutal medical phenomenon known as sleep inertia. This is that heavy, disorienting brain fog that makes you feel like an absolute zombie for the first hour of the day. Because you were pulled out of sleep so abruptly, your brain hasn't had the proper time to clear out adenosine, a chemical that builds up in your head to make you feel drowsy. Your prefrontal cortex, the area responsible for decision-making and logic, remains essentially offline and asleep, while your body attempts to stumble around the kitchen. It can take up to 4 hours for this groggy, sluggish hangover feeling to completely dissipate, severely tanking your productivity. The toxic illusion of the snooze button. We all do it. The alarm goes off, and you desperately mash that beautiful snooze button to buy yourself 9 more minutes of precious heaven. But science proves this is the absolute worst thing you can do to your brain. When you fall back asleep after hitting snooze, you plunge your brain right back down into a brand new 90-minute sleep cycle. But since you only have a few minutes before the alarm goes off again, you get brutally ripped out of sleep a second time, right as the cycle is getting deep. This creates double the sleep inertia and leaves you feeling significantly more exhausted than if you had just gotten up the very first time the buzzer sounded. The blue light circadian sabotage. Your brain relies on an internal biological clock called the circadian rhythm, which is heavily regulated by a tiny group of cells that respond directly to light. When the sun sets, your brain pumps out melatonin, the hormone that makes you sleepy. In the morning, natural sunlight stops melatonin production and triggers a gentle release of cortisol to naturally wake you up. However, Our modern obsession with staring at bright, blue light-emitting phone screens right before bed completely sabotages this delicate system. The brain mistakes the screen's artificial glare for the midday sun, instantly freezing melatonin production. You end up falling asleep much later, completely throwing off your internal clock and making your morning alarm feel 10 times more painful. The danger of social jet lag. Most people live a double life when it comes to sleep. We force ourselves to wake up early using alarms from Monday to Friday, and then we enthusiastically sleep in for hours on Saturday and Sunday to catch up. Scientists call this disruptive pattern social jet lag, and it completely wrecks your brain's internal rhythm. Shifting your sleep schedule by several hours over the weekend forces your circadian rhythm to constantly adjust, mimicking the exact physiological toll of flying across multiple time zones every single week. By the time Monday morning rolls around, your brain has absolutely no idea when it's actually supposed to be awake, making your weekday alarm clock feel like a personal vendetta. The hidden dangers of sleep deprivation. Using an alarm clock every day is often a glaring sign that you are chronically sleep deprived. When you don't get the recommended 7 to 9 hours of rest, your brain simply cannot function at its highest potential. Chronic sleep loss shrinks your gray matter, severely impairs your short-term memory, and dramatically weakens your immune system. It also completely dysregulates your emotional center, making you far more susceptible to mood swings, anxiety, and deep frustration. Your alarm clock isn't just an annoying morning companion. It is a mechanical tool that enables us to constantly cheat our bodies out of the essential biological restoration time required to stay truly healthy and happy. How to hack your internal clock. The good news is that you don't have to be a helpless slave to your screaming alarm clock forever. You can actually train your brain to wake up naturally. The absolute gold standard is consistency. By going to bed and waking up at the exact same time every single day, yes, even on the weekends, you program your internal circadian clock to anticipate the morning. Eventually, your brain will automatically begin releasing cortisol and raising your body temperature a half hour before you need to get up, allowing you to peacefully open your eyes a few minutes before your alarm even has a chance to make a single sound. It takes time, but your brain will deeply thank you. Modern technology to the rescue. If your modern work schedule absolutely forces you to use an alarm, you can at least switch to tools that cooperate with your ancient biology rather than fighting it. Swap out your phone's terrifying screeching buzzer for a progressive sunrise alarm clock. These smart devices slowly illuminate your bedroom with a warm, artificial sunrise over 30 minutes, tricking your caveman brain into stopping melatonin production naturally. You can also use wearable sleep trackers that monitor your body movements and gently vibrate to wake you up only when you are in your lightest phase of sleep. By syncing your tech with your natural sleep cycles, mornings transform from a stressful battle into a smooth transition. It turns out your morning grogginess isn't a personal flaw or a sign of laziness. It is a completely valid evolutionary protest from a brain that simply wants to wake up the way nature intended. Your body deserves a gentle transition into the day, not a loud robotic shock to the system. By respecting your circadian rhythm and ditching the snooze button, you can finally end the morning warfare. If this deep dive into sleep science helped you understand your brain a little better, make sure to hit that subscribe button, slam the like icon, and drop a comment down below sharing what song you use for your alarm. Thanks for watching, and sleep well.